Hey, what's up, YouTube? Another update. This time we're going to take a look at Facebook ticker symbol FB. A lot of people have requested that I go over this chart. And let's go to the chart. Okay, Facebook is a stock that has had a tremendous run, as you can see looking at my weekly charts. Coming back into 2012 here when Facebook IPO. Those of you who know the history. Facebook people, the insiders, was allowed to buy this stock at $17, at $18 before it went public, and it hit a high of, I can't remember the exact high, but I know it was in the $50 range. And basically that means that the insiders are allowed to buy the stock before it goes public, and when it does go public, they have a certain period amount of time that they are supposed to hold the stock before they sell the stock. And when Facebook investors sold the stock, it plummeted all the way back down to $17, as you can see here on my charts in 2012. All right. Once it hit that low, stock went sideways and actually find support on this new price level here at around the $27, $28 price range. All right. And again, it popped up going into 2013 with a little buzz action here. All right. As you can see by the green volume bars and the green candles, these are weekly candles, so this is a weekly price action. As you can see here, there was some buzz in the stock where after hitting this low, it actually moved up. Then, as usual, stocks normally pull back. Saying when it pulled back, it pulled back, it pulled back, coming into this 50-day moving average. And as you can see, also the 9-day moving average also intersected right here. But once the 9-day moving average started to pull away from the 50-day moving average, it started to make its way up towards the 200-day moving average. Okay, what verifies that, as you can see in this volume area here, you see nothing but green volume bars. Then you see two, big green closing bars right here. All right, this bar that closed above the 200-day moving average here, was a good sign to get in. You could have waited and looked for another sign verifying this strong up move, which you could have waited for this candle right here. All right, this candle closed above the 200-day moving average. 9-day moving average is pulling away from the 50-day moving average, pulling away from the 200-day moving average. Strong uptrend, strong signal, strong buy sign. All right, if you was playing the stock, you got in the stock, you was into profits right away. All right, so looking at the continued price action in 2013, as you can see, it hit the high of $54 and it pulled back here. All right, on this pullback going into the New Year's in December, it broke this high of $54. It broke the high right here, and it touched this new high here at $58. All right, coming into the New Year's, and again the momentum continued with this stock. The stock kept on moving up. Just look at the 9-day moving average, how far away it left this 50-day and this 200-day moving average. But the other signal that came in is really right here. Once you see this crossing right here happen, you see this crossing right here, the 50-day over the 200-day moving average. This was the other strong signal that this was going to continue this momentum upwards. All right, but once it hit this right here, now this is the new price zone. I drew the box here so you guys can see what I'm talking about, a price zone. And this is the price zone that is trading around in. All right, as you can see, once it hit here, it pulled back. After a new high, the stock normally pull back, and then this pullback right here, it was playing find support here. And again, once price crossed over this 9-day moving average, so I must have repeated this 9-day moving average 100 times already in this video. So you can see Facebook really respect the 50-day moving average and the 9-day moving average, providing that the price cross over the 200-day moving average. All right, if you didn't understand what I just said, you need to rewind and replay it over. But I'll go over it one more time. But as you can see here, when price pulled into this 9-day moving average, okay, you can take this trade because the 9-day moving average is above this 50-day moving average, which is above this 200-day moving average. All right, so I'm not really into everything else people say. I look at the price action off the chart. There could have been news, there could have been no news. Listen, I'm not even talking about news right now, but look at Facebook again. It came up to test this high, a high of $80. All right, this is the first time it came to test it right here once, and this was the original high here at $79. So it broke through the high of 79, boom, and did nothing, pulled back down. And again, you see here, it came and it broke the previous high. Boom, it's making higher high, and again it couldn't hold it. It pulled back down. 1, 2, this is 3 weeks, couldn't hold it. It came back on the 4th week, trying to come back up, and boom, finally This is the end of 2014. All right, as you can see here in December, it tried to break this high again, and it broke this high. All right, as you can see, I put a little trend line resistance up here, and I got to see if it's gonna break this trend line. All right, of $82. But notice, as the trend line goes this way, the trend line itself, the trend line price also is not the same as it was over here. Okay, this was $80 right here, where my trend line right here, I'm looking for it to come back and break, is over here at this 82.26, and this high was 82.17. So as you can see, you have to be careful with Facebook. There's momentum. It's trying, and it keep testing this high. So will it break it? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it keep trying to break out of this box right here. So will it do it? I don't know, but I wouldn't take this trade right here exactly. I would need it for it to come back and retest this 50-day moving average here, you know, come below it, or it might just actually break it. But you know, it's okay, because I'm not gonna take this trade and try to guess where it's going. All right, the positive things I see is the volume right here. It's been green volume so far. This momentum right here look like it might, it's still sideways to me, but if this can start coming back this way, start to head back this way, then maybe price will break this, and it will start to pull away from this 50-day moving average, like so right here. All right, so you know, this would be a good place to take the trade if it could come bouncing back to the 71.64 area and holding it there. All right, so I do not know exactly where it's gonna go, but I would kind of wait to actually take this trade. If you're already in it, stay in it, trade your stops, take your profits, and you know, this is you know, my best advice to you. But if I would go into the, let's look at the daily charts. See, this is the daily price action. $54 was the low, and once price came above this 9-day moving average, as you can see, price is sustaining above the 200-day moving average. Once it crossed the 50-day moving average here, on the 50-day moving average, it stayed above the 9-day moving average, and this is a good place to ride the trend. And again, this was an opportunity right here to buy the stock and ride this trend here. You could have ride this trend up here and start taking profits. Once you start seeing this, you start taking your little profits, and then boom. And on this last piece right here, you should have been out. And again, you could have been trading it, you know, missed out on it. You could have bought it right here. Same thing. And as you can see right here, this is the box, the price level that I'm looking for it to break. And as you can see right here on the daily chart, it keep testing this price level. It came back down. It keep testing this price level. So if you're looking to trade this stock, you know, I'm looking at these pullbacks right here, these bottoms. You know, you don't have to buy the exact bottom, but once you see red and it start to turn green, once it crosses above this 9-day moving average, would be a good place to actually take the trade. And this is for the more aggressive guys. Like I said, you know, long term, you need to just find a good pullback, buy the stock, and go find something else to do, and stop looking at it every day. All right. And let me go a little bit closer, analyze the price action for you guys. This is an hour chart. And again, the hour chart, you see again, $73 was the low here. This is the last couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks of price action here. As you can see here, the low was $73.45. Once it crossed above here, all right, this was a good place for you to take this trade. All right, then it pulled back somewhere here, but you know what, it would have been okay because you was into profits, because you was watching it down here. So you could have just monitored your trade, didn't really have to do nothing. If you got in down here, you could have just waited. Now once it moved up here, you know, this is my price level here. Right here, you start taking a little bit of profits. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what exactly it's gonna do, but the signs are strong. This is a strong uptrend right here, and as you can see, it's respecting this 200-day moving average on the hourly chart. So my trigger would be every time the price come into this 200-day moving average would be a good trade for me. You know, so that means right here, this is kind of shaky waters for me. I would not typically take this trade right here. I would have to wait for this to happen right here, for it to come back in here and pull off of this. And this is the trades I try to look for. So Facebook, looking at Facebook right now, this is the hourly chart. Like I said, as you can see here, there's some action going on right here. And, you know, the more aggressive guys who are trading the 5-minute charts, and, you know, on the 5-minute chart, you know, the action is a little bit more in your face, because as you can see here, this, you know, it had $78 was the low, and then boom, it came in and you would get shaken out of this trade if you trade the 5-minute chart and you're not you don't know what you're doing. All right, because you would be shaken out somewhere here, panic would set in, and you would be out this trade. But again, if you know what you're doing and you would have waited, and you see this happen where all your moving averages are intersecting with one another right here, this is the pop you would be looking for to take this trade. I typically would probably wait for this first pullback here and get in it right here. And right here, it actually broke across this plane right here. Did it hold it? It held it for a little bit, for a day or two, and it couldn't hold this 81.99. It came crashing back down. All right. So if I'm watching Facebook, this is Friday where it closed at right here. This is where we at right here. So if I'm watching Facebook, like I said, I need a stronger uptrend. I need everything to come and intersect. You see how this happened right here? I need this to happen somewhere going forward, somewhere here for me to get in this trade. All right. But I hope this was helpful. This was a 10-minute review I did for those people who wanted me to go into further details. So I hope this was very helpful. And as usual, if you're looking to learn how to trade, and you want to, better your skills at analyzing the charts, you can feel free to send me your email at the number 3, the letter D, consult me. Investors, you're looking for that 10, 20, 30%, feel free to send me your email, the number 3, the letter D, consult me. I hope this was helpful. And as usual, I love to help you guys. Peace.